talented individual who has worked with, in her past life, she's worked with various companies, which are public healthcare companies in the realm of communication. She heads her own luxury communications consulting firm called Invictus. And she has even worked with luxury brands like Hermes, where you helped them come on board in India when they were first setting up their store in India. So you helped them with that. Kudos to you. And now with the Princess Diya Kumari Foundation, Shivana is the business head and the design head also, helping these women actually earn a livelihood by, helping them create products and selling those products and creating an economy based out of it. So amazing work that you're doing, Shivana. So tell us, Shivana, how did you come about to joining the Princess Diya Kumari Foundation? Like, what motivated you to join this organization?
Okay, I'd just like to take a couple of minutes to really articulate that the royal family of Jaipur has been quite actively involved in, doing various different activities, which are really promoting people in Rajasthan. Princess Diya herself started this foundation in 2013. So I've been associated with the Jaipur family for many years. They're the reason I got married and moved to India. Her parents have been very much part of my life when I moved here, and I'm so grateful, if I can help in any way. And I see Princess Diya herself, she's really done so much as a princess of Jaipur. She could have chosen to lead an easy life, but she chose a life of giving something back. So she's started this foundation, she runs several schools, she runs the museum, her trust, all these various things. So seeing her dedication, when she asked me, when I moved to Jaipur a few years ago, she asked me to come on board and help her with this. And I was so happy to do that because, when you see someone doing genuine work, it really makes you want to do that. And, I've been so happy to be part of this foundation and this organization for the last 2 years. And I think, one of the things that we've really tried to do is really raise the bar and kind of crystallize what we're doing and be able to really make an impact at the grassroots level. That's really our aim more than anything else.
So apart from creating these products and selling them and giving these women that confidence that they can run their own homes, especially in this time of pandemic where a lot of men in their families have lost their jobs, I know. So, they are getting that confidence, they're getting that boost that yes, we can do things economically, financially on our own as well. So, but apart from that, what other benefits does the work of Princess Diya Kumari Foundation, how do they help the society in other ways, the economy or the society in other ways?
Yes, well, we help actually in various different ways. I mean, we've really looked at, one is, of course, we've done a lot. Our focus has been women's empowerment. Now, empowering women is really part of, financial inclusion, helping them set up bank accounts. We do financial literacy programs. We teach them various things. So in addition to the skill building and training which they have, we're also teaching them so many other things on how to be self-sufficient. And the other aspect also which we do is that we do a lot of programs with partners in the area of health. So for example, we run health camps, 5 to 6 health camps we've already done over the last year, which are for thousands of people, which are free. The public can come in, community can come in. And, we also help in those health camps. We give them free medicines. Princess Diya is also very much part of those. She attends many of them herself. And in addition to health, the other thing which we're really promoting is education. Rajasthan, which is the state that we come from, has among the lowest female literacy rate of India. We only have 52.12%, which means almost half the women in the state do not even have a basic education. So last year we launched a project called Shiksha Diya, which is for promoting girls' education, in which we gave scholarships to girls. We are helping them with we are running computer literacy programs. So we are actually giving them computer classes, which we've tied up with a partner institute. So at the end of it, they are proficient in learning a skill which will help them for employability in the future. And these are for schoolgirls, because not every girl, after she ends up graduating from school is going to be able to go to college. So we have really looked into what is it that we can teach them that helps them in the future. So these are some of the things that we're looking from an impact on society. So I hope that's given you some idea.
No, that's great. So without further ado, and because I'm sure this is what our viewers are looking forward to. Can you show us some of the beautiful products that you have been making in the organization?
Oh, no, I would be very delighted to show you. I'm going to start first of all by saying Jai Shri Ganesh. This is our little Ganesh ji that our women do, which is all handmade and made.
This is for the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi.
Exactly, Ganesh Chaturthi, and also people buy it, like for example, as a wedding gift. Sometimes people are giving away gifts for guests to the wedding, so it's just a cute little product. So I'm just starting with that. But one of the things that we really have in mind with every product is we try to have multiple people working on it. This is another pouch that's made by our ladies, and these pouches are done with matching saris. So we had a matching sari with the same gotapatti work on this. And again, if you can see, there's handwork done by beads, there's machine work, there's gotapatti work. So we have minimum 2 to 3 women who work on every product. So we're able to pay multiple women. Some of the other products that people have really liked are our baby products. We have this little baby mobile. I don't know if you can see it,
yes.
Which is tiny little elephants in this, and it is in the Badal Mahal blue cloud print, which is our office is in Badal Mahal. This print is inspired from the walls of Badal Mahal itself, and that comes as a baby set with a little kashtu and a gift. Sometimes people are looking for something that is well made, using pure natural or fabrics, which is what we do, all cotton. And the other thing which we've also started doing is now, during the COVID time, we started making masks. Initially, our masks were just, to donate to hospitals. We did a lot of COVID relief work. Princess Dia herself was going to isolation centers, distributing, we were distributing food kits, sanitization kits, masks to people at isolation centers. And the other thing which we were also doing was supporting a government hospital here. So our ladies were taught how to make face masks. Once we did a lot of distribution, they became so good at doing them that we have now started selling them, making and selling. So these are some of our masks. We have this little applique one. Then we got
this one is a kid's mask, right?
Yeah, I'll show you the kids also. These are applique ones. For example, people can wear them, if you're going out, it's something pretty, you're not wearing something ugly. These are all our gotapatti masks. They're coming in a huge range of colors. These are some masks that are done with Zardosi work on it. Yeah. And again, there's an element of hand stitching. And let me show you the kids' mask since you have kids. Now, first of all, making a child wear a mask is really tough. So we thought about it. We were like, how can you make a kid wear a mask? So we've come up with a range of these little animal ones. So this is a little tiger. I don't know how well you can see.
Bring it up a little more higher, yeah. Yeah.
Can you see?
Oh, yes. This is so gorgeous.
Yeah. So we have these little tiger. This is a bunny rabbit.
Wow.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
So we have little bunny. And then we've got something for girls, which is a little like a flower motif.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you can see that. So these are just some of the children's ones that we have. Then the other thing which we are also doing for women, which have been really popular, our best sellers are actually this bandana. It's a bandana and a cloud print face mask. So, you have a set you can wear, pull your hair back, put on this face mask. It's a very cute look. Even if you've got to wear a mask, it looks fashionable. So
it's cute, it's trendy, it's stylish. It's not just any other design. It's a very stylish look and design. I mean, the thought that you have a bandana matching with the mask, it's a great fashion statement, honestly.
So thank you. I mean, we've been trying to do that. And then these are some other, let me just show you another one more new product, which is just come. This is another, I don't know if you can see this, these little kids dresses, which we're doing, a little girl's frock, and again, with a little matching bandana. So, matching mask with a little bow. Can you see that?
Yes,
So even
yes.
for a little girl, if you have a daughter and you're going out, I mean, this is such a beautiful block print, natural cotton dress with a matching thing. So this is something which is just newly made. So you'll be seeing these on our Instagram soon, up for sale soon.
So tell us, Shavina, how can our audience or people who are looking at your work, how can we help you? What kind of support do you need? What can we do for you?
Actually, some of the best support would be at a time like this is what we're really looking for is for people to come forward, either designers to come forward and collaborate with us. We've been very fortunate. I would say that last month we've had three women from New York who have reached out to us. They all have companies and work that they're doing there, and they are reaching out to give orders to our women for various different things. So we're very fortunate to have that. We would love to have more such kind of help, either from Indian designers or international brands or designers, even some of the European designers. Today, when you talk about sustainable fashion and things where there's really an element of giving back, we're not a factory. We are not running some workshop or factory. These are real people on the other side, who are sitting and trying to earn a living. They're not begging. They are trying to earn an honest living. And I would love it if designers or people who have their own businesses or even individuals who want to order stuff, get in touch with us, order items from us, as well as, work on collaborating. Like, for example, Chatels was a perfect example of a collaboration. We had François Chastel, in Paris, who collaborated with us. We created a product. He's selling it in Paris. And we're so proud that our women have created products that are appreciated in the international market. Mm-hmm. And even in India, I mean, I would say over the last 2 years, we've been invited to present at fashion shows. And we never started out to be a design brand, but somehow I think people are appreciating the kind of design and colors and things that we're doing. We were invited to present at the Rajasthan Heritage Week, and we presented a collection of Gotapatti garments. That was in 2018. 2019, we were invited at the Bombay Times Fashion Week, which is like, the premier fashion week of India with all your leading designers. Our foundation was invited to present our collection there. I was so proud of our women that these women, look at the lives of where they've come. I mean, they have created garments that are on a ramp with all your top designers of India. So that was in 2019. This year in 2020, we were invited by Viva Miss Diva, which is the competition that goes on to the Miss Universe, the winner. For the regional competition, we were invited as the designer to design a collection for all the contestants, the finalists. And again, I mean, it was such a wonderful opportunity. And I think, God has been very kind, and somehow people are liking our work. But as I said, we need to do more now because the need is even greater. Yeah. And, even if, someone buys something small, whether it's a mask or a bag or a small thing, just, it's that amount spent is going to a greater cause, so it's a win-win for both people, as the purchaser as well as the lady at the back end who's made something.